What's up, everybody? So here we go, tabletop thing with stuff. And all right, so this is my review of the Hubsan FPV X4 Plus. This is the H107D Plus, their new FPV. This is the X4 new version. I've had a little bit of a cold lately, and I've been outside flying like crazy, so excuse me if I sound a little hoarse. All right, so I did just review the new X4 Plus, the camera version of the new version of the X4. Looks very similar to this, flies almost exactly the same as this. This one's just a little bit heavier because of the FPV camera, but otherwise same flight characteristics. You can bind the same protocol. You can use the X4 Cam Plus with FPV Plus and vice versa, but you don't get the big screen if you use it, with the regular camera version. Okay, so these are the new X4s, and I know a lot of you guys don't like them, and that's fine. We all have our own opinions. I like them. Nobody out there is going to change my mind about it. I like these. Do I like them better than the original X4s? No, I don't. I like the original X4s better because of the way I fly. That doesn't mean I hate these. I like them. I have a lot of fun with both of them. So those of you who don't like the new X4s, you don't like the new design, I'm sorry, man. I don't work for Hubsan, so yell at them. But we're all different, and I enjoy all kinds of different flying. Do I like to fly fast? Yes, I do. That's my favorite thing to do, is to fly fast, especially if I'm flying line of sight. I like to fly fast. Um, are these fast? Nope, not really. But I like to fly all different ways. I like big foam frames. I like slow quads. If they turn good, I'm down for them. They don't have to be speed demons for me to like them. Mainly, I like to be able to turn good. These turn all right, pretty good. The yaw is totally different, so everything's different. Flight characteristics. I'm gonna try to go fast, but there's so much because this is a FPV and it's a new X4 and everybody wants to know about it. But so the bad is pretty much the same as the X4 Cam Plus. I'm not a fan of these new proprietary batteries that they have. I am a fan of the ease of plug them in and no cables. I do like that. Not a fan of this because I don't have a whole bunch of them. You have to charge it in the quad. So a USB charger goes right in the quad. The only way to charge a battery, as far as I know, unless Hubsan's releasing a little desktop charger, the only way to charge it is through the quad. So this one that I got came from Little One's Choice. They always send me the X4s, and they're very generous with that. And if you do buy it from Little One's Choice, you get 2 batteries. So that's great. You get 2 batteries, but then you have to wait for them to charge. You can't fly the quad while one's charging, which is a negative to me. So these are camera quads, and the pitch is limited. It's like I said, it's not fast. The yaw is this is not the X4 that we all know, guys. The yaw is not fast. It's not fast. Even an expert, it's not fast. But they turn good, and they have this is the same as the Cam Plus. It has a altitude hold. It has a barometer inside, and it has an altitude hold, and the throttle stick is spring loaded, so it's always in the middle. You can bring it up, let go of it, and it'll hold its altitude. They work pretty good outside. It hovers maybe 6 inches or so, drops, but it always comes back up, or vice versa. Inside, it's a bit different. I think because the temperature is constant, there's no change in the altitude, that it kind of goes up and down a lot. It's not as good inside. Outside, it works pretty well. It's actually pretty blown away by it. So This has the same, it's that altitude hold. So they're in the wind and stuff, it's not great. These aren't great in the wind. The wind will start pushing it up and you'll be pulling down. You'll be like pulling, like holding it as much as you can just to try to get it to lower, and the wind will just keep pushing it up. So not great in the wind at all. But calm days indoors, very, very smooth, precise flyers. And because of this barometer, and it's always on, the motors are always on. So because of that, it is very, very stable footage. Some of the most stable toy camera footage I've ever seen. You don't really get any jello at all, and you know, if you're on the sticks right, you can make it look like professional, steady quality. You know, like seriously, almost professional. Which is awesome. Hubsan did an awesome job stabilizing these things. But same camera module. Same camera module. It's not great. It's not really even good. Don't understand it. They did it with the Cam Plus. It's supposed to be a 720 camera, and maybe it is, but low light, it's really it's awful. You know, good bright sunlight, daylight, it's not bad. It's okay. But they did such an amazing job making these quads so stable, and they shoved this camera in it. It's my biggest complaint. Everybody else, I think, complains about its flight characteristics, which I don't. I complain about this. This should be, if you're gonna make something as stable for a toy as these camera quads, these new Hubsans, give it a camera that justifies doing that. Like, please, Hubsan, you guys really, you dropped the ball big time on that, especially for the price point that you guys have these for. So seriously, Hubsan, fix this, really, for real. All right, so I think that's about all about I'm gonna say. You know, if you watched the Cam Plus, I said the same thing. You know, not a wind fighter. Don't like the battery. Don't like the charger. Hate the camera. Other than that, I like it. It flies nice. It's smooth. It's precise. This is the FPV model, so you get a 5.8 gigahertz transmitter in there, and a receiver in this transmitter, video receiver. So because this is powered with a 3.7 volt battery, you're not getting a lot of range with the video transmission. I think maybe if they had a bigger battery, you could probably get pretty good range, even though this antenna is not super big. But you know, the battery powering it is just not enough. So indoors, you're not going to get any really loss of transmission. If you go fly outside, and you could, another good thing is you can fly these with goggles. They're 5.8 gigahertz, so you can pretty much use any goggles you want. I've flown it with a couple pairs of goggles, the Quantums and some Fat Sharks. They work awesome. It works better than the video screen on here, but this video screen isn't bad. It's just a little small, and your peripherals on the sides are a little bit harder than wearing goggles when you're flying on this screen. But flying with goggles this thing's so much fun. Flying with goggles inside, I mean, you can go all over the place with it. Through, I go through the fireplace, and with the goggles, it's really easy. So I love this thing for the fact that I can use my goggles and fly it inside. I can't fly my racers inside, without killing myself or everything in the house. But this one I can, no problem. I can fly it all over and don't lose video signal. Outside, it seems like the video range isn't that great. I tend to lose it probably about, 70 feet, 70 feet maybe. That's probably about the limit that I've had, and that's with the goggles. So I know they have a better receiver antenna than this. So, not great, but if you're in the park, like I like to sit on a bench at the park, and I'll fly it all over through the trees and stuff, and If I do lose a little signal, it's not too bad because, you know, I'm in the park and I can just look up. It's a white body. I can find it pretty easy. I'm not flying it super high. But it's a blast to fly. I love FPV. I love this quad for it. I have the old one, the original model still, and I love that one. That one's awesome. They're both awesome. So this one's extremely durable though. The new design and the new plastics, I'm a huge fan of it. I love the old breakaway legs on the X4s. These don't have it, but this plastics, I mean, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but this thing's gone down a lot. You know, flying FPV, you tend to crash, especially indoors. So recommend getting lots of spare props for little FPV indoor flyer, any of them, because you're gonna hit walls. So, all right, it has a 520 milliamp hour battery. You get about 6 or 7 minutes of flight. This one is heavier. The flips don't recover quite as good. Everything else is the same. Lights, yaw, 2 rates. You can't, like I said, you can't adjust it. You can adjust the rates with everything, but don't know why you would want to unless you're just bumping normal up to expert mode. The screen quality is pretty good on the transmitter. Let's flip it on real quick and then we'll do some FPV flying and I'll show you the rates and all of that. Here we go. So, you know, the camera quality, the screen on the transmitter is pretty good. The video quality on the transmitter is not as good as the camera. So when you're recording straight from the camera. You won't be recording from the transmitter like the last model. You actually could only record from the transmitter, and it wasn't very good video. So the video is way better because you're not just recording the video from the transmitter. But, you know, as you can see, it's 5.8 gigahertz, so, you know, it's exactly, you know, timed good. So there's no lag in it, no latency. So, let's see. You get a full set of spare props, an extra battery from this company, Little One's Choice, a prop removal tool, a USB charging cable that plugs into the side. Okay, sorry, my camera died. How to charge it? Okay, I can't remember where I was, but I think it said it comes with a manual and all of the other stuff. Prop removal tool. The manual is pretty good. I feel like the last version of Hubsan's manual for the last model was a little better, but it does have everything you need to know, and you should be able to figure everything out by reading it. So I think, I don't know what else to say. If you really want to see a lot of flight characteristics of this, watch my flight videos. And then this also is exactly the same as the X4 Cam Plus, except for it's heavier and has the FPV transmitter and receiver. You know, if you really, sorry, I'm all tongue-tied. So I'm going to do a lot of FPV flying for the video part of this review. That's what this is for. If you want to see a lot of flight characteristics, yaw and pitch and etc., you can watch the X4 Cam Plus video. They're exactly the same in flight characteristics. The only real difference is this is heavier, so it doesn't recover on the flips quite as well. Headless mode works good. You know, everything works the same. But I will take you through a little bit of it, but most of it I'm going to show you first person flying with this and with goggles, and that's going to be most of the flight footage because that's what this is. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's my review of the Hubsan FPV X4 Plus, and let's check out the flight footage now and call this a review. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, we're gonna do a flight demo of the first person X4 Hubsan. My son's gonna be using the Quantums, and I'm gonna do line of sight filming. So anytime you're ready, dude, arm it.
Forever to go down.
I know. With that altitude hold. Oh, there you are. Through the tree. Oh! Oh, freaky. Doesn't want to, it's so cold it doesn't want to hold its altitude. All right, first person flight demo of the X4 FPV. I'm gonna do line of sight following with my camera, and my son's gonna fly FPV. So go ahead, dude.
Should I arm it?
Yeah, arm it. Ooh. That was awesome. Whoa, over the roof. It's hard to drop that down with altitude holding on. Through the lines. You are ripping it up right now. Oh.
I got it. Oh no, it won't come forward. Wherever.
Forward. Come back. Oh, I can't believe you did that. Oh, can you come and land it? I think that's an awesome flight demo. Here, bring it. No.